Where am I? I forgive you this time. Be good for a while, okay? Phew!
Need some help?
Are you all right?
Kind of glad I didn't kill the zoo right away because darkness and all that fun stuff, but hey, I didn't. I got the unique dialogue, which is kind of hard to avoid, I suppose. Hey everyone, Opaque Flake here, welcome you back to the year of Final Fantasy with Final Fantasy X. Now that I already got darkness on this dude, should be an easy kill, honestly. Yeah, like you saw, you can just steal the darkness grenades if you need them. I would suggest using Bio because it does fractional damage. Should be around, let's see, 3,000 health per turn. If not, then my math sucks. Yeah, there you go, 3,000. So if you want to kill it quick, go ahead and, well, haste it up with Bio. Make sure darkness is on. It can't hit you. Only Sonic Boom can hit you and you're pretty much good. I also gotta say I love how the monster, the zoo here in this case, lowers down when it starts getting weak. I wish more games did stuff like that, but they don't. I also love the situation here where your friends come out and help you. They're like, hey man, we're gonna help you. My friends are gonna help me, yay! And well, there you go. I wonder if Bio would have been enough for overkill. Guess I'll never know.
The others?
Haven't found them yet. We're supposed to stay in one place if we get split up.
Wait here if you want. He's not. Waka! You alone?
Mm-hmm. Where's Yuna? Damn it! First I lose Yuna, then I'm ambushed by Machina. Great day I'm having.
So there's a huge flaw with this, if we get split up, stay in one spot, who does the searching? Seriously. Then again, maybe one person could be designated to search for the others. Fuck if I know, right?
Yuna gone.
It's not your fault, Kamari.
Well, that was a worthwhile cutscene. Only not really. Anyways, you don't have Riku, but you do have everyone else who can steal, so they're easy kills. Again.
Hey, you, Machina!
Would recommend it because, just like Waka with him getting the petrification. Didn't know you could petrify machines? Me neither. I guess we all find out something new. There we go. I'm like, what are the chances of him doing it again? Right? Easy grenades though. Easy kills as well, but I mean, if you have Lulu, go ahead and use the Dandara. That is some straight up easy AP. Funny enough, you can only get one new or one blue magic skill from a machine or a machina. But it's not these guys, it's only just one machine. We'll see it soon enough though. I say this because usually in Final Fantasy with blue magic, you get to learn at least 2 to 3, well I'm gonna say 3, but it could be 2, at least 2 blue magic spells from machines. Anywho, if you've been playing with the standard sphere grid, Waka should have Darkness Buster, which should make this dude really fucking easy.
This might help your complexion.
Also, poison. Poison's gonna help out loads. And since you can't petrify this dude, you're definitely gonna need Darkness Buster. Or Dark Buster. I don't know what they call it here. But me, I'd rather use the grenades. Let's go with Auron. I really want to see if... well, I doubt it. I really don't think you can die by poison here. So... I mean, I still want to check, but... yeah.
How can a bird grow so big?
With radiation. Yeah, let's go with that. By the way, Petrify won't work like it did when I did the scan, so... don't bother, brother. So check it out. This is why I love using U's. Albed Potion. Cures 3 status effects, 1000 HP. It's fucking beautiful. Especially when you have someone hasted that, well, that can do it a lot. So, it's pretty cool. Very, very handy. Nope, no overkill. Even with that much health damage, no overkill.
No time to waste. Let's go.
You just wasted some of our time, Auron. The fuck? Shit, man. Take your own advice. Anyways, Beacon Island. Hot as fuck. Just like my room, because summer.
Oh! Hey guys! Where's Uni?
Gone.
Gone. Some guardian I am.
There's something I want to tell you, but promise not to say anything. No glaring either. I know where we are. We're on Bikanel Island. There's a place us Albed call home near here. Uni's there, I'm sure of it. Other Albed must have come and rescued her.
Rescued? You mean kidnapped?
What does it matter as long as she's safe?
That's right. Anyway, I will take you there if you promise that you won't tell anyone about it. Especially not Yevonites, okay? You know they don't like us Albed. Who knows what they'll do if they knew?
Give me a break. What are you accusing Yevon of this time?
Yevon did something really bad to us before.
Well, you Albed must have deserved it.
Ugh! Can't you guys talk about this later?
Just promise you won't tell anyone about this island. Promise?
Waka, come on!
All right, I promise. Lead the way.
You got it.
So at this point, Waka is kind of at his boiling point. So at this point, boiling point. And it makes a lot of sense because motherfucker's been following the religion for a long ass time, and then this shit happens.
That way.
Anywho, you can follow Riku, or if you played this game before, do what you want to do.
Let me handle the Machina. I can take them apart piece by piece.
These camera angles, man, they's weird. They's very weird. Anywho, steal to inflict terminal malfunction, just as the game says. Or petrify them, or use thunder, whatever the fuck you want. You know me, I'm gonna use the I'm hit everyone tactic, which is actually really useful for EP. But then again, I'm just repeating myself because it's hot. It's so fucking hot. But this is a good point for me to talk about 10 in general. I don't want to go into specifics. I mean, I kind of do, but I can't.
I foresee no difficulty.
Essentially, I think I made this comparison before, but 10 is essentially a beta of Final Fantasy 13. This is before Toriyama and Kitase go full on apeshit with 13 versus whatever. Yeah, that's why I mix it up, because 13 was originally supposed to be versus. So essentially, they kind of held back here a bit, but in 13 they went full on crazy with it. And then I'm like, and you could tell, they're both linear. They're both linear to a fault. They both focus on character development and story progression. And they both kind of just want to push the envelope of graphics and what makes a game long. They both end towards the very end together. And by that I mean all the side quests and shit open up towards the very, very end. They also both have an excuse, both very valid, on why the game has to be linear, so they can focus on story and characters.
Where's the early bird when you need it?
Oh hey, what do you know? A sandworm. You can petrify these motherfuckers if you want. I would suggest against it, but if you don't want to fuck with these guys, then well yeah. You can also put them to sleep, which is something I would suggest. Bio should work on these guys as well. Yeah, that'll help you out a lot. And shit, they're weak against ice. So let's see, I'm trying to remember what the fuck. I want to call them zone eaters, but they're straight up called sandworms. Why didn't they call them zone eaters, man? Why? But if it's such a cool name. I believe you can lance hit anything from these guys as well. You probably can, if you haven't learned it though. I think that's the
Leave it to me.
I think that's the only drawback, or not drawback, but thingy. I really can't think of the word right now. Shadow gems are something nice to steal. They're really useful for mixing. To use them though, I don't think they're that great. Yeah, it's a Demi. Again, not that great. Maybe against this guy, but entirely up to you. But seriously though, if you want to make your life a lot easier, put it asleep and just cast magic on it. Alright, this dude swallows stuff, or people, which kind of does a temporary eject, so yeah. And they're immune to petrification, I guess. I fucked up with that one, but not sleep. If you have it, definitely use a sleep grenade, which I do not have. Wait, I do. But I'm not gonna use it, not right now. I am gonna show this off. These are kind of a rare steal, I think. They're very useful against them though, because I mean, you saw how much damage it did, right? Fuck ton of damage. And they're also weak against water instead of just ice, so there you go. So back on the whole 13 and 10 thing. My history with 10 is as follows. I played 10 when it came out on the PS2 about almost a year after it came out. Or when it hit greatest hits, one of those. I stopped playing it towards the very, very end. Right at the final dungeon. Just how I normally do with most of my curse. But I stopped for two reasons. One, I got bored of it. Two, I got pissed off at the game. For me, personally, this game, I thought killed Final Fantasy. Now, the reason I say I thought Final Fantasy X killed Final Fantasy is because it was nothing but cutscenes. There was an exploration and all that fun shit. Literally all that fun shit. And a late Kate Sith with slow touch, which isn't that bad honestly, inflicting slow. It's useful on some bosses, but I forgot that you don't get AP if the character is ingested by the Senmur. Anywho, when I first played this game, okay, so let me just say this. My older brother got me into Final Fantasy with Final Fantasy 3 on the Super Nintendo, which is Final Fantasy 6 now. I love the fuck out of the game with my first JRPG. I'm like, you know what? I want to play this game so fucking much. So, being me, I'm like, you know what? I want to play this game. This game looks like a fuckload of fun. Fortunately, even though it was a rental, he did not let me use it. Or was it a rental? No, wait. His friend let him use it. I had to rent it to play it. And then when I rented the game, the cartridge sucked ass. Like, it was hard to read. And I couldn't play it. And I cried. Yeah, I think I cried. And I'm like, God damn it. I was 5 years old, by the way. So I'm like, I really want to play this game. So skip forward to Final Fantasy X. I ask him, why aren't you going to play Final Fantasy X? You know, I own the game now. And I have a nice big ass memory card for you to play it. All that shit. And he says to me,
If you say so.
No, he didn't say that. He said, why would I want to play a movie? I didn't understand that till the very end, when everything clicked. This game is mostly cutscenes with a little bit of battles. And I've been mentioning this and stressing it throughout the whole Let's Play about more cutscenes and ready for more cutscenes because we're gonna get more cutscenes. Yeah, man.
No time to waste. Let's go.
It's okay, Orin, I'm explaining my thing. Even though I didn't expect it to overkill because of, well, look at his sphere grid. He's kind of slow at the beginning. Well, everyone is at the beginning, but the way I'm building everyone, it's a huge loop-de-loop. So anywho, I'm all like, God damn, this game is cutscenes. There's no side questing, no big overworld, no airship traveling. The battle music sucks. The boss music is non-existent. What's happened to my Final Fantasy? And no, seriously, I was like, God damn, this game killed Final Fantasy. I don't want to play Final Fantasy anymore. Although I did try 12, I couldn't get into it. I was still like, oh my god, you fucking did it. You blew it up. Speaking of which, this whole place, speaking of island, it reminds me of the first area in Final Fantasy, which is the desert. Final Fantasy 12, that is. I don't know what the desert's called, but it reminds me of it. Any case, so yeah, man, 10. For most people, what they felt with 13, they're like, this game is fucking boring, it's linear, there's nothing but cutscenes. I already went through it with this. And a lot of people love this game. Because for a lot of people, I would assume, in the PS2, this is their Final Fantasy 7. A lot of people got into Final Fantasy with Final Fantasy 7 through the PlayStation 1 because they went international. Unlike me and some others who their first Final Fantasy was either 2 or 3 in the US or Final Fantasy for the NES if they're that old. I wasn't that old for it. We didn't own an NES. Well, my family probably did own an NES at one point. I don't know, I was young. I do have memories of playing an NES game, but goddamn, I was like 2 or 3 years old. Or 3 to 4 years old, maybe. So, they're vague as fuck, honestly. Let's see. There should be an item over here. And there's also this motherfucker here who's gonna do 10,000 needles. And to express how much needles they're gonna be using, they're gonna go, hey man, we're gonna make the animation a little bit longer. Bastards! But it's cool, I got life.
Don't you run, Needles!
Wow, didn't think I'd get that. Again, you're better off stealing than you are killing them. But again, the AP is nice, just not as nice as it is stealing the chocobo feathers.
Bring it on!
I don't know if that's unique or not to the Cactuar. I was about to say, if you're gonna die to that, Titus, why? Why would you die to that? I gotta get Ornus' turn so I can fucking end this already. Let's see, where was I? Final Fantasy X sucks, kill Final Fantasy for me, yeah, blah blah blah. Okay, so I don't think this will work. Yeah, eject doesn't work, so I'm gonna use Dragon Fang. If you eject it, I don't think you get the AP for it, so don't eject it.
No time to waste. Let's go.
So, about a year ago, almost 2 years, god damn, I didn't think it'd be that much. And I got Hope Shield. Which could be called Lightning, in a sense. Shield of Hope. I have no idea what that is. Find out. Hey, not bad. Not that I need it, but not bad. Yeah, about almost 2 years ago, I beat Final Fantasy X for the first time on the PlayStation Vita. My god. I was like, eh. You remember one of my complaints about it not having a badass boss theme or anything like that? Kinda missed out on that. But it was on the Vita, so I couldn't switch soundtracks like I could on, well, you know, this version. So I would have been like, eh, because I had listened to that soundtrack a la Theatrical Rhythm before, but nah, well. Anyways, not gonna bother with these guys. They kind of fucked us over. Seriously, grenades are gonna be really, really useful till like near the end of the game. And then, a few months ago, I beat Final Fantasy X again. That's right. This is where the whole second begrudging between me and this game, the bad blood, comes in. So I recently upgraded my PC by changing a new processor, its motherboard, its RAM, because I went from a AMD chipset to an Intel chipset. And for those who aren't in the know, you gotta switch motherboards for that kind of stuff. Not to mention I had to change the RAM as well because the new motherboard, they don't support DDR3. Well, some of them do, but most of them don't. And I went for the ones that only support DDR4, which is a lot better in terms of RAM and the speed and all that whatnot. So in that process, I was preparing a lot of things that I wanted to do originally, but I'm like, you know what, I'll do it once I get my new PC. Which was set up some new partitions on the hard drives, switch some hard drives, upgrade by getting a new hard drive, and when I upgraded my hard drive, I was doing some other stuff like cleaning up my other hard drives, and by cleaning up I mean like defragging them and deleting unwanted files. But it was mostly partitioning. I have one dedicated hard drive to all my PC games, one dedicated hard drive to all my Let's Plays, one dedicated hard drive to all my storage, and one dedicated hard drive to my programs and my operating systems, which is Windows 7 and Windows 10 now. Kind of replaced Linux for Windows 10 because I didn't really use Linux that much as I thought I would. Honestly thought I would, but I honestly didn't. So when I was creating the partitions or increasing them on my Let's Play hard drive, I accidentally canceled it and everything in it got corrupted, which was all of Final Fantasy X. And when I was editing Final Fantasy X right before I did my whole transition from AMD to Intel, and when I canceled the partition, I lost all that stuff. And it wasn't just 10. I lost some with 13. I say this because I finished 10 before it got hot. I knew it was gonna get hot, and I knew I needed to plan in advance. So I wanted to finish 10 and 13 before it got really fucking hot, so I could take a little break and not have to record through this fucking heat. And since I canceled the whole partitioning, I kind of have to go through this whole shit all over again. So I gave a lot of shit for me playing 10 and saying, oh man, it's gonna be easy to edit because it's mostly cutscenes. Well, there you go, I fucked up. So now I gotta play this a fourth time, and in my third Let's Play, I did a lot of things I wouldn't normally have done, like get the Celestial weapons, do some extra content, get the extra jet spheres, which I'm not gonna do here anymore. I'm like, fuck it, it's hot, it's really hot. Maybe I'll do it in the future, but honestly, Anywho, we're in the hard part. This is for Riku's final weapon. Let's just leave it at that. No, not final weapon. Some nice items once you get the airship. I already know the passwords. I've known this since the second playthrough because, yeah, I just know this shit. Wow, I got 2. Holy shit. But in any sense, this whole area, the left side is harder enemies. It's mostly zoos, sandworms, if you're lucky, cactuars. That's about it.
Riku's back!
They're gonna use 10,000 needles, so don't bother healing. Just have fast people so they can resurrect and switch them out. By the by, I've been running away from most of these fights because I think I already have enough AP to begin with. So, didn't really miss out on much from all the battles I edited out. God damn it, I didn't think you'd run away from one smack. No, well. My Titus actually has some nice accuracy going on right now. By the way, if you go this way, you do get some nice items. They're it's well worth it. And this is the other place where you can actually steal a treasure chest. It's not as great as the forest, I would say, but only because of how lethal the area is in context. And that's about it. So yeah, you get some ethers, but I'd rather get the mega potions, honestly. So fuck these guys, we're leaving. Or I could have just run away, but I felt like bombing them since they inflicted so many status effects. This is also a nice spot to level up. I wouldn't recommend it, but it's a nice spot. So 10,000 gil, and another level 2 key sphere. Surprisingly enough, they're not as great as the level 1 or level 3 key sphere, or the level 4 for that matter.
I'll take care of them.
By the way, when you resurrect Riku, she takes forever to resurrect. I swear, man. She's kind of like Zell from Final Fantasy VIII. You know how Zell was like, I'm wobbling all the way because I just finished dying or got my ass killed? She's actually kind of the same way. She wobbles a lot. There should be another item around here though. What the fuck? I guess this is where the Albed Primer was. So on the other side, by the way, there's another exit. Not just this one. That's why the red icon was flashing over there. That must be the other item then. That's probably what I'm mistaking it for. So, turns out there was no item there. So I guess they were both Albed Primers, I guess. Anywho, there's a fork here. The right is for a sub-quest for a Celestial weapon, which is for Riku, I believe.
You guys are toast!
Powdered toast, man, that is? I don't know. And the left is for the not optimal path, but the right way you're supposed to go, so, yeah. Anywho, new enemy, kill it already. Try to get overkills. See you when I'm done. Anywho, like most deserts, there are a bunch of items here. I have Sonic Steel and Titus. Just want to show that off. That way, you can always get the first strike. You don't get any back attacks. Easy to run away, which is what I'm going to be focusing on, honestly. Which is why you're going to be seeing a lot of edits here. In all seriousness, kind of hate this area, but at the same time, I don't mind it. Cause the whole side quest for Riku's ultimate celestial weapon shit.
Isn't there an easier way?
No complaining.
The whole Cactuar thing is kind of fucking hilarious. I'm kind of glad I did it at that sense, but yeah. That was a weird flicker. But this one's kind of mandatory. Also worth showing off. This guy is really kind of a dick to kill. Don't use Brotherhood because it heals off water, because it's a plant. Which means... Yep, you guessed it. Use fire. I think it's immune to petrification as well though, so... Don't rely on that, I guess is what I want to get across. I think Bio will work, but I don't think it has a lot of health to begin with. Anywho, this enemy sucks because of this attack. It causes confuse. Hey, Bio's doing quite a bit of damage. Not bad. I would recommend to use Remedy right away. Especially since I hasted this motherfucker here. So, confusion be gone. Alright, let's check out what this guy has in terms of difficulty, I guess. I think it has around 12k HP. Okay, 13 rounded. So, kill it as fast as you can is basically what it's saying. I think you can use petrification on it. Kind of forgot already. Let's just steal from it. I'll have Lulu fix this problem for us. Or apparently Orin, and I'm surprised I got the overkill. Seriously, that's 1500 compared to the Fyra? Very, very shocking, and I forgot all about Waka. But hey, that fight was worth it. 3 Mega Elixirs. Seriously, didn't even let the battle transition finish. Holy shit. Alright, there's the other one. I think that's it. Once you get the plant, all the side tracking kind of goes away at this point. Also forgot about this, so... there we go. But yeah, man, I mean, what do you think about 10 and 13? I think 13 is better than 10. But I think only because 10 and I have bad blood with one another.
Live and let live!
I don't know. I guess I'll get more into it once I get to 13. Anywho, this is the only mandatory fight you gotta do against these plants. The other one was optional because of the Mega Elixir. It was optional, but... truly, this is the only mandatory fight. They don't get that much AP to begin with, but... it's worth killing them. Not to mention Bio and Fyra really do speed things up.
Over here.
Riku!
What? Yuna's down there?
Of all the places. Let's go.
Where's Yuna?
Kayaku! Who's attacking us? Protect Directly! Kayaku? Kayaku!
A war between Yevon and the Al Bhed?
Daigek Fanuk! Wadu Kuvundru Sumanas.
Gidran!
You Riku's friends? Well, just don't stand there. Come on! Let's go kick those Guano out of our hole!
Who?
Sid, leader of the Al Bhed. He's my dad.
Let's go.
Yeah, we have to save Uni.
Not only Yuna, right?
Right.
So, this is kind of weird, but don't forget to inspect the, or talk to the NPCs here. Also, it's kind of weird how you see this model here and then the other models of the Al Bhed. Little did you know, some of them were fucking giants. By the way, there's an Al Bhed primer here. From here on out, you can miss stuff permanently, namely Al Bhed primers, and a few items that are really fucking good for you. But anyways, I'm gonna have to end the part here. So with that said and done, thank you for watching this part. Let's play Final Fantasy X with me, Opaque, Flake, part of the year, Final Fantasy. With that said and done, K-Tix, bye.